Welcome to Golden Legacy Stars. Hollywood can turn a face into a global obsession overnight. One role, one poster, one line everyone repeats. But what happens when the applause fades faster than expected? Tonight, we revisit the stars who once ruled the screen and the moments that quietly moved them out of the center. Some were taken too soon, some stepped away, and some were pushed aside by an industry that never stops chasing the next new name. Let's begin. Melody Anderson rose to fame in 1980 as Dale Arden in Flash Gordon, becoming a sci-fi icon of the decade. As Hollywood changed, her big roles faded, and she chose a new path, leaving acting to become a psychotherapist. Now 70, she lives quietly away from the spotlight. Though her fame was brief, her legacy remains timeless. Elliott Gould became a star in the 1970s with his unforgettable role as Trapper John in MASH, cementing his place in new Hollywood history. As the industry shifted, he moved between film and television, later winning over a new generation as Jack Geller on Friends. Now 87, he remains a respected veteran of the screen. From counterculture icon to beloved TV dad, his legacy spans decades. Sybil Shepherd broke through in the 70s with The Last Picture Show, then became a TV sensation in Moonlighting. But after the late 80s, Hollywood shifted toward younger leads and high-profile roles became less frequent. She moved between sitcoms, indie films, and stage work, no longer the center of primetime spotlight. Now 76, she remains a lasting symbol of sharp wit and classic screen glamour. Timothy Hutton shot to fame at just 20, winning an Oscar for Ordinary People, becoming one of the youngest Best Supporting Actor winners ever. As Hollywood evolved, he moved between film and television, later leading the hit series Leverage. Now 65, he keeps a lower profile. From teenage prodigy to seasoned actor, his career reflects both early brilliance and quiet endurance. Mariel Hemingway gained critical acclaim with her Oscar-nominated role in Manhattan, becoming one of the most talked-about young actresses of her time. She continued with bold roles like Personal Best, but as Hollywood shifted, major film offers slowed. Now 64, she focuses on wellness and mental health advocacy. From rising star to mindful living advocate, her story is one of reinvention and resilience. Gary Coleman became one of television's biggest child stars as Arnold Jackson on Different Strokes, charming audiences with his famous line, "What you talking about, Willis?" But as he grew older, health problems and financial struggles overshadowed his early success. Legal battles and industry typecasting made it difficult to transition into adult roles. Despite the challenges, he remained a pop culture icon of the late 70s and 80s. Gary Coleman passed away in 2010 at age 42, leaving behind a complicated yet unforgettable legacy. John Candy became a beloved comedy legend through unforgettable roles in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and Uncle Buck. His warmth, timing, and everyman charm made him one of the most endearing stars of the 1980s. As his career soared, the pressure of constant work and health struggles quietly followed behind the scenes. Tragically, he passed away in 1994 at just 43 years old. Though gone too soon, John Candy's heart and humor still live on through his timeless performances. John Eric Hexum became a rising TV star in the early 80s with Voyagers and later Cover Up. Handsome and charismatic, he was seen as Hollywood's next big leading man. But in 1984, A tragic on-set prop gun accident ended his life at just 27. His sudden passing shocked the industry and changed safety awareness on film sets. A bright future gone far too soon. Erin Moran rose to fame as Joni Cunningham on Happy Days, becoming one of TV's most beloved teen stars. She later headlined the spin-off Joni Loves Chachi. But as the spotlight faded, steady roles disappeared and personal struggles followed. She passed away in 2017 at 56. Her journey reflects both the joy of early stardom and the harsh reality of life after fame. Sandra Locke rose to prominence with her Oscar-nominated debut in The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, instantly marking her as a serious dramatic talent. She later became closely associated with Clint Eastwood, starring in films like The Outlaw Josie Wales. But their highly publicized breakup and legal battles overshadowed parts of her career and affected her standing in Hollywood. In later years, she focused on directing and writing. Sandra Locke passed away in 2018 at 74, remembered for both her talent and her resilience in a turbulent industry. Patrick Swayze became a global superstar with Dirty Dancing and solidified his legacy in Ghost. His mix of toughness, romance, and dance talent made him one of the biggest stars of the late 80s and early 90s. But in 2008, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, a battle he faced with remarkable courage. He passed away in 2009 at 57. Patrick Swayze remains an enduring symbol of strength, passion, and timeless romance. Jan Michael Vincent rose to fame in the 1970s and became a TV icon as Stringfellow Hawk in Airwolf. At his peak, he was one of the highest-paid actors on television, but struggles with substance abuse and legal troubles derailed his career, and serious health issues followed in later years. He passed away in 2019 at age 74. His story remains a powerful reminder of fame's highs and its heavy cost. Robert Carradine became an 80s cult favorite as Lewis in Revenge of the Nerds, turning the ultimate underdog into a comedy icon. As film roles slowed, he transitioned into television, including Lizzie McGuire, reaching a new generation of fans. He passed away on February 23, 2026, at the age of 71, after a long battle with bipolar disorder. From nerd hero to lasting screen presence, his legacy remains part of pop culture history. Dirk Benedict became a television icon in the late 70s and 80s, first in Battlestar Galactica, and later as the charming con-man Face in the A-Team. His cool confidence made him a fan favorite. As action TV faded, leading roles slowed, and he stepped back from mainstream Hollywood. Now 81, he lives largely out of the spotlight. For many fans, he remains the smooth-talking hero of classic 80s television. Dwight Schultz became a fan favorite as the unpredictable Murdoch on the A-Team, stealing scenes with his wild humor. He later joined the sci-fi world in Star Trek: The Next Generation, expanding his range. As major TV roles slowed, he moved into voice acting and radio work. Now 78, he remains a beloved cult figure of 80s television. Estelle Getty became a television legend as the sharp-tongued Sophia on The Golden Girls, winning an Emmy and stealing every scene with her wit. Though she played the oldest character, she was actually younger than some of her co-stars. In later years, health struggles, including dementia, led her to step away from acting. She passed away in 2008 at 84, forever remembered for her fearless humor and iconic one-liners.
James Cagney became a Hollywood legend with his explosive performances in The Public Enemy, defining the classic gangster era. Though known for tough roles, he proved his versatility by winning an Oscar for the musical biopic Yankee Doodle Dandy. As Hollywood changed, he stepped away from the spotlight, choosing a quiet life outside the industry. He passed away in 1986 at 86, remembered as one of cinema's most dynamic and influential stars.
Madeline Kahn became a comedy legend with unforgettable performances in Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein, showcasing her brilliant timing and operatic flair. She earned multiple Oscar nominations, proving her talent went far beyond parody. In the late 90s, she returned to TV success with Cosby. Madeline Kahn passed away in 1999 at 57, leaving behind a legacy of fearless, unforgettable comedy. Ali Sheedy became an 80s icon with The Breakfast Club, embodying the quiet outsider of a generation. She also starred in St. Elmo's Fire, cementing her Brat Pack status. As teen films faded, big studio roles slowed, and she shifted to indie films and theater. Now 63, she continues acting selectively. From Brat Pack star to respected character actress, her journey shows lasting resilience. Joanna Cassidy became iconic as Zora in Blade Runner, delivering one of sci-fi's most memorable performances. She later earned acclaim on 6 Feet Under, proving her depth beyond cult classics. As leading roles shifted with age, she embraced strong supporting characters across film and television. Now 79, she remains a respected presence with a career spanning over 5 decades. Dee Wallace became a horror and sci-fi favorite with her roles in The Howling and as the loving mother in E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Her warmth and emotional depth made her unforgettable. As blockbuster leads shifted, she carved out a lasting career in genre films and independent projects. Now 77, she continues acting and connecting with fans at conventions. From Scream Queen to Sci-Fi Mom, her legacy remains beloved across generations. Farrah Fawcett became a global icon in the 1970s with Charlie's Angels, and her red swimsuit poster became one of the best-selling images of all time. As she left the show to pursue serious acting, she earned critical praise in dramatic roles, redefining her image beyond glamour. In 2006, she was diagnosed with cancer and bravely documented her fight. She passed away in 2009 at 62, remembered as both a pop culture legend and a resilient performer. James Remar made a lasting impression as the fierce Ajax in The Warriors, becoming a cult action icon. He later reached mainstream audiences as Harry Morgan on Dexter. As leading man roles shifted, he built a steady career playing intense supporting characters in film and television. Now 72, he remains active in Hollywood. From street gang rebel to complex TV father, his career spans decades of gritty screen presence. Cheryl Ladd rose to fame on Charlie's Angels, stepping in after Farrah Fawcett and quickly becoming a fan favorite. As the 70s era faded, she transitioned into TV movies, music, and stage work. Now 74, she remains active and admired. From angel to enduring TV star, her charm never faded. Lance Henriksen became a sci-fi legend as Bishop in Aliens, delivering one of the genre's most memorable android performances. He later led the cult series Millennium, showcasing his intense, brooding presence. As mainstream leads shifted, he embraced darker, independent, and voice roles, building a loyal fan base. Now 85, he remains active in film and conventions. From android to cult icon, his legacy is firmly rooted in sci-fi history.
David Hasselhoff became a global TV icon with Knight Rider and later dominated the 90s with Baywatch, one of the most watched shows worldwide. As trends shifted, he reinvented himself through music, reality TV, and self-parody. Now 73, he remains a pop culture phenomenon. From lifeguard legend to global personality, the Hoff endures. Thanks for watching this journey through Hollywood's lost legends. Stars who once ruled the screen, then faded for reasons bigger than any script. Some left us too soon. Some chose a quieter life. And some were simply outpaced by an industry that never slows down. But true legends, their light never really goes out. Which story stayed with you the most? Tell us below, and subscribe for the next chapter of Hollywood history.